Okay, welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about systems of equations. What's a system of equations? It's two or more lines, basically, at this level. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. There are three ways to solve a system of equations. You can solve it by graphing, substitution, or elimination. Those are the three ways. We're going to learn all three ways. But today we're going to focus on graphing. Or these are the IXLs. The U5 is thrown in there because it's how many solutions, and we'll look at another video on that as well. But today we're going to focus on solve a system of equations by graphing. That's primarily U2 solve system of equations by graphing. The number of solutions is actually pretty simple. We'll look at that later. Okay, so before we do that, this is what it looks like. You graph two lines, and then where they cross, there it is. That's the solution. Right there's the solution to that system of equations. Okay, so if you gave me the coordinates for 3, if you gave me the coordinates, that would be the answer. That is the solution to that system of equations right there. Okay, so before we do this, we need to have a quick review of lines. So, you know, a line might only show one variable. Right here, this x might show an x. Okay, so how would we figure out how to graph this? Well, first of all, we have to get the x by itself. And the way you would do that is you take 2 away from both sides. So 3 minus 3 is 0. And 5 minus 3 is 2. So that would be x is equal to 2. And then you would go right down here. And that is where the x equals 2. Now, of course, it equals 2 infinitely this way. And it equals 2 infinitely this way. Typically, you just put a dot if you don't see the entire coordinate plane or Cartesian plane, but you still need to know that that's what it is. So there's the solution, x equals 2. We'd plot it right there. If we were looking at it in 2 dimensions, we would go ahead and plot it like this, x equals 2, right there. And this is the x-axis. Okay, so there's the line x equals 2, if you were to plot it. If you were to plot a y, okay, y, you need the y-axis or vertical number line. And how do you get the y by itself? Well, you would subtract 4 from both sides. And 5 minus 4 is 1. And of course, that would be right here. That'd be right here. I think we're going to do that in blue. Y equals 1. And that would be right here. In fact, it'd be infinitely this way and infinitely this way as well, if you were looking at it in 2 dimensions. So there it is, y equals 1. You plot it like that. If you're thinking in 2 dimensions, it's a line, a horizontal line, going straight across both ways. All right, so this is what y equals 1 looks like. And if you saw y equals 1 on a coordinate plane, it would look just like this right here. Okay, excellent. All right, so we need to do a review of lines. A line where it has 2 variables, x and a y. So if we did that, we could plot what does x equal? Well, it depends on what y equals. What does y equal? It depends on what x equals. Together, they have to add up to 7. So that could be what? 0, let me make that red. 0 and 1. X could be 1. I'm sorry, that 1 would be that'd be a 7. 0 plus 7 is 7. 1 plus 6 is 7. We could do a 3. 3 plus what? 4. 3 plus 4 is 7. And you get the idea. So if we went ahead and filled that table out, we'd end up with something like, here's several of them. It could be any numbers, but 0 and 7, 1 and 6, 3 and 4, 5 and 2. Okay, the 7 I went ahead and put in a special color because what does 7 equal where x is equal to 0? That's something that you want to think about every time you do these. Okay? So if we were to plot those, 0, 7, well, 0, 7 would be right here. Okay, that's where it crosses the y-axis, right there. Okay, 1, 6 would be 1, 6 would be right like here. Put that in red. 1, 6 would be like right here. 3, 4 would be right here. 5, 2 would be like right here. And of course, if y was 0, then x would have to equal 7. So there it is. There's your entire line right there. Well, not your entire line, but the line that we can see on here. So that's how you would graph a line. And this is what it would look like right here. So x plus y equals 7. There's all your points. There they are right there. And then it would make a line. Okay, so that is a quick review of how to plot a line.